and residents in the city. They had been shutting off water for years, but nowhere on this scale.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are back again, beloved community, with another installment of the People's Water Board Coalition's Water Wednesdays webcast. As always, I am here with my beloved co-host, Valerie Jean.
Hi, everyone.
And we cannot forget our behind-the-scenes tech guru extraordinaire, Miss Angelica. She is spectacular. I just can't say enough kudos to her. She keeps us running smoothly and consistently week after week, bringing you not only relevant content, but reels, shorts, the whole 9 yards. And today, we have some feel-good information.
Yay.
We know that we don't always come on here and speak about victories because they sometimes are few and far between. But when we get them, though, we get them.
That's
and today is one of those shows. So it's a short show. I'm going to turn it over to Val to kick us off and we'll jump right in.
You know, Nicole, we do this work every day. We wake up, we live water affordability. We really are those people. We live it and we organize every day for it. You know, as folks know, for some years now, we've been, almost 4 years. It started like 4 years ago when we started getting together with Senator Chang and really thinking about what legislation bills would be about, what they would look like, and things like that. She invited impacted people to the table, and you know, here we are, like 4 years later, and we're slowly but surely getting there, right?
Yes,
like this has been a long haul. So we have been going to community meetings. As folks know, we've been doing community meetings throughout Michigan. We did one in Bay City, and then Jackson was our next priority because the Jackson, Michigan, and if you've been watching Water Wednesday, you know that Jackson, Michigan got a huge water rate hike.
Yes.
And really their city council was saying this is because of infrastructure. We have no choice. We need infrastructure, so we have to raise the water rates. And that's really going to be that way all over the country, right?
Yes.
We went for some weeks. We spent days and days and weeks on the ground in Jackson talking to the residents, right, Nicole?
And we did. We spent quite a bit of time up there.
Yes. And we had a community meeting so that we could talk to folks and really, really hear their stories about the struggles of what it looked like to get such a huge rate increase all at once.
Particularly with renters.
Yeah.
Because it seems like they get more than their fair share of the pain. Because here's the thing. Right. Say you're a renter in Jackson and your water bill goes up by $40. That may not necessarily be the amount that the landlord increases your rent. So they're getting over with the help of these water utilities and these rate increases on renters, which we are beginning to see a lot more renters because with the economy the way it is,
like that's how people live there.
But you got to look at the fact that people are getting aged out. A lot of older people particularly don't want the hassle of trying to maintain a yard and shovel snow and do house repairs, so they're renting.
Yeah.
Younger people just starting out are renting while they build the capacity to purchase a home, and there's a lot more renters coming out, and these landlords are taking advantage of that.
That's right. Yeah, they raise the rent, so it becomes a housing crisis at the same time.
Exactly.
So you're in the middle of a water crisis, you can't afford your water, and then becomes a housing crisis. Criminal. If you think about it, it's really, really difficult for people to manage a water rate increase because things like that. And it did seem like landlords were taking advantage of that.
Yeah.
They were like, oh, okay, the water went up, and that just means your rent's going to go up, and I'm going to pick and choose how much your rent is going to go up.
Exactly. Not according to the rate increase, but according to what I feel is adequate.
Yeah, it was absolutely nefarious thinking and intentions. Any way that you slice the cheese.
And I mean, don't get me wrong. We understand that infrastructure has a cost behind it, particularly with the majority of cities and states across this country having to do dramatic lead service line removal and replacements.
Yeah, I mean, we do understand that infrastructure is a huge issue, right? And it's a huge issue all over the country. We're not
Yes.
going to, we're not looking at rates going down. That's not going to happen. It's just simply not going to happen. Water infrastructure has got to be replaced all over the country, so it's not going to happen. So the people of Jackson really were, feeling the brunt of that. And people all over Michigan are feeling the brunt of that. We have to secure water legislation, affordable water legislation, so that folks can afford their water bills, because it's going to keep going up. And we also have to secure money for federal dollars need to be,
Yes.
instead of being spent on other crap, they need to be allocated for water infrastructure all over the country. It can't fall on ratepayers, because you see what happens. People end up in a housing crisis, right? On top of the water crisis.
Yeah,
So,
or a
Nicole,
family crisis altogether because their water bill can't be affordable. They can't pay it. It gets shut off. Their kids and their elderly family members get accosted from their homes.
yeah. Yeah, it's all the way around. It's bad news. So we went to
Yes.
Jackson. We spent our time on the ground at Jackson, talking with folks. We have new friends and new family,
Yeah.
and it really was a heartfelt thing. And we went to City Council for a few meetings in a row, and we asked them to pass a resolution to support the water affordability legislation that we are pushing for and that we're supporting. And after a few meetings, they did it. And
And
it
not
was
only did they do it, but don't forget, Valerie, they passed it unanimously. So
unanimously.
no
That's
one
right, Nicole.
on the council was against it.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody knows, everybody on the council felt, and they've been hearing from their constituents, right? They felt very
Yes.
deeply that people, and they know firsthand that people are struggling and that they're suffering because of this water rate increase that, they that they imposed, right? But it was because they said they had to do it because of infrastructure. So this is for them to support statewide water affordability legislation in such a way, and to unanimously support it was exactly what we were looking for, exactly what we needed. And we're going to be meeting with their state representative soon. We're going to update folks on that, but this is a big win. And we're also looking for resolutions to pass in Bay City. We've been on the ground in Bay City. We've been organizing in Battle Creek. We're looking for a resolution for of the same kind there. And we're just expecting cities all over Michigan that are struggling to do the same kind of resolution, to stand unanimously and loudly and say, we support this water affordability package. This legislation is important for people to have for their quality of life. And yeah, so it doesn't feel good to be a part of something like this. I mean,
It does,
even though
and not only that, but when I think about it, they don't talk about this much with city council members, but I'm sure every single city council member is not of the same political party.
no,
So if
no,
they
this
can
is a
come together,
bipartisan bill.
if they can come together and make a bipartisan decision at a
That's right.
local level, they're
That's right.
setting the stage for state and federal legislators to do the
That's right.
same. And I hope that all of the state reps in the House, all of the state senators are paying attention to this. We're fighting big conglomerates.
That's right.
The fact that our local city councils can pass this resolution regardless if they're Democrat or Republican, it's bipartisan.
That's right.
It's setting the stage for our state and federal legislators to follow suit. So I'm imploring all of our state representatives in the House, as well as our state senators here in Michigan, to look at what local community legislators are doing and follow suit.
That's right.
It's not a Democrat or Republican issue. It's not a big conglomerate issue. It's about serving the people in the communities that you represent. That's
That's
what
right.
it's about.
And there's something to really be said. Now, I'm a big fan of Stephanie Chang. I love her very much. She's one
Yes.
of those senators that leads with her heart. I saw her at a protest yesterday, and she spoke passionately about kids who had been abducted by ICE. She shows up, but when it comes to water affordability, she insists on this be a bipartisan decision, that everybody's at the table, that they're making decisions for everybody's constituents. And I've always really appreciated Senator Chang for that. She's special to all of us.
She's one in a million. I'm not gonna lie.
Important to the whole legislature that serves us. And so kudos to Senator Chang for the work that she's done on this over the years. And she's a water warrior and a champion.
She is. She dug her feet in and didn't let go.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, thank you, Nicole, for going on this journey with me. Always. We do this work because we've lived through it, but also because we love people. And we know that water, if people don't have affordable water, that it affects their quality of life. And we're going to fight until we get this legislation passed. We're going to make sure that everybody has what they need.
Absolutely. It's not a choice. It's a must.
That's absolute. Times are really hard, folks. All we have is each other. Look out for each other. Call each other and check on each other and try to stay afloat together. Bye.
Bye.